track conditions since you were there. There was guys that said, "Oh, the track was awesome. It was hammered down fast." I talked to a couple guys that said, "Yeah, it's pretty rough."
There's some ruts, but overall, I would. Yeah, that was towards the end, but.
So did a lot of moisture?
It looked like a pretty good track.
Did a lot of moisture come up as the program progressed?
A little. It kind of slicked off a little bit through the middle, but I didn't drive, so
right.
I wasn't.
From what you saw, huh? They did have to water the track because this time of year in the Pacific Northwest, you can expect. I mean, just go to the track expecting a rough, rutted up, heavy racetrack. I think we can all agree to that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's typical. So
I've definitely seen rougher tracks.
Okay.
I mean,
so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it looked pretty good to me. I mean,
I did see a picture of Weinbarger up on two wheels that he hooked a rut or something.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I think somebody said saving the night.
Well, and that's the thing. I saw that picture, and if I didn't know he came down on all four, I would have bet money he went over on the still photo that I saw posted on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of them were, if they didn't catch that rut just right, they'd get out of shape and kind of slow down, and but it was mostly just that rut and two, and other than that it was pretty good.
So just 1 and 2 was a little rough. Other than that, was good.
Typical.
Good deal. That's good to know. So we had Heather Boyce with us on the Victory Visit and talked to her a little bit about that. She was her jaw was on the floor when after Saturday night, and she was like, "Wow!" She goes, what a turnout." I mean, again, it goes to show you that she's doing things right down there. She's doing a fantastic job of promoting that racetrack and getting the people there. Got to give her props. Great job. Let's move up to our next class.
Street stocks. Fifth place was Jody Tanner.
Jody Tanner, the old man.
Getting it. I'm sure he got his power nap in.
One of the happiest guys you'll ever see in racing. That guy, I swear, he could hit the wall, roll the car twice, get out and smile and walk away and say, that was better than a good day at work.
Yeah.
That's his attitude towards it.
Fourth went to the 33E3. Ray Bloom.
Ray Bloom, yep. They're very, very fast down there. All those cars are hard to tell apart as an announcer.
Yeah, we've got his transmission sitting here, too.
Yeah?
For his race car?
Yeah, because they've got 3 of them that show up. They're identical, and they've got 33, all of them on the side. And there's a 33, a 33E, and a 33EC. And you got to look really close to see the E and the EC because they're really, really small.
Yeah.
Looks like third went to Kyle Yak.
Kyle Yak. Now let's talk about that because he actually ran most of that race. Am I right when I say most of the race with a flat left front tire?
I heard, almost the whole race.
Yeah, that's what I heard. What caused that? I didn't hear what caused it. A little tangle?
Yeah, hooked the front bumper a little bit, and then I don't know. I was back in the pits most of the time working on the car, so I didn't actually see the street stock race. We were just walking up there to check it out when they pulled off. So.
But a testament to the talent behind the wheel to finish third with no left front. I mean, it's not the first time we've seen Kyle Yak do something like that. I don't think anybody's really surprised.
Probably won't be the last either.
Probably won't be the last. That's right.
Second went to Big Kevin Roberts. I don't know what car he was.
Did he take? He took the Camaro.
Yeah, the 88. Good.
He took the Camaro.
It's got 88 on everything.
No surprise to even hear him finish anywhere in the top 3. I mean, that Camaro is fast, and Kevin, as a street stock driver, is notorious for just being wicked fast and definitely entertaining to watch. He gets out there and he gets every ounce of performance out of his cars, no doubt. What was that, Buzz? Chris Sign and Kyle Yak tangled. Okay, they're buddies.
I don't think Chris Sign was. Maybe it was.
I
didn't see who all came.
I saw the Camaro was down there. I'm pretty sure.
And our winner of the street stocks?
That was Justin Hollingsworth. It's painted the same.
Oh, that's right.
It's painted the same as his.
Who do you think won?
I'm going to guess it was probably the 74 of Andrew Langen.
Beautiful.
Does anybody?
Cheater.
Or Mike. Sorry, Mike, not Justin.
Hollingsworth, yeah. Great start for the season for the 74 of Langen. Now that car, when he brought it to the Northwest Race Car Show, I was pretty sure they brought their show car.
Yeah, that car's amazing.
It looks like it's never even hit the track.
It does, doesn't it? I've never seen a cleaner race. I haven't seen brand new race cars look that clean.
The paint job, it was just, even that was amazing.
Spectacular. Unbelievable in the way that car is presented, and that's how you get sponsors right there. People want to be on cars that look like that. I mean, it looks like it's doing 150 parked. It really does. So Now, what's our next division, Sam?
Mods.
We're going.
They had an A and a B feature.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Looks
Let's go with our top 5 in the B feature.
Top 5 B feature. Looks like our buddy Gray was 5th in
Gray
the
Ferrando.
V13.
Which, honestly, to hear that Gray was in the B it surprises me.
I think he had some trouble. Somebody said a chain came loose or came off, or yeah, there was some nice pictures there.
Still a surprise to hear his name in the B main. I mean, given what he did last year, that 13 car's fast.
4th went to Paul Ray, and if I said that wrong, Paul and I apologize now, but it's R-E-A, Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Made sure. Looks like 3rd was Dylan Hallberg.
Okay.
Got
Who was
anything on
2nd?
that? I was going for 3rd. We're talking about 3rd right now.
Okay, well, you just said 3rd.
Yeah. 2nd was Eric Ashley.
Eric Ashley in the B. Another surprise. Truly, another surprise.
Yeah, it was a good field of cars.
It had to be for those guys to be in the B main. It's got to be a pretty strong field of mods. And our winner in the B.
33E2 of Tony Bloom.
33E2, 33 EC, E. I mean, there's a ton of these cars. They bring half the field. 2 transfer, I'm assuming, out of there? Or do they take 4?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
Doesn't say. I'm going to assume they probably transfer the top 2, which is typical.
Yeah.
Okay. So our top 5 in the A main for the IMCA A mods.
Looks like 5th went to the 45 of Aaron Scheller.
Okay.
And then we have Superman, Colin Weinbarger in 4th.
I'm a bit surprised by that. But given a top 5 opening week, strong field of cars, nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, nothing to be disappointed about. Absolutely not.
3rd went to the number 7, Dustin Cady.
Good debut. Good debut with the Bar S Longhorn car. Not a bad deal for those guys. 2nd,
Mr. Campos.
Lightning.
Yeah?
Now, see, about halfway through the winter, his name came up here in the studio, and I said, oh, yeah, he's done racing.
I said no. No,
No,
it's
it
not.
wasn't you that said no. It was everybody looked at me like, where have you been? What are you talking about? He's got a new car. And I said, what? I talked to him at the end of the season. He said he was done racing. He's going to do other things and spend time with the family. Everybody laughed at me. I mean, they seriously laughed at me, Jordan, and there was kind of like,
Yeah, they spent time in the shop building the new car as a family.
but, well played. Well played.
You're welcome.
Okay. But here's what I did. I'm not kidding you guys. About a month after race season ended, I went onto Facebook, and I unfollowed almost everything that had to do with racing. For the most of the winter, I did. I just said, my news feed was nothing but racing. I wasn't seeing what my friends and family would, so I just kind of like, I took myself out. I probably won't do that next winter.
There was out on a few things.
A lot, yes. So good run for Campos to bring the 36 out with a new ride and debut in 2nd.
Yeah.
Not a bad deal.
Heard it was pretty hooked up.
Well, it doesn't matter if it's hooked up or slick. He's always fast. I mean, that's just one of those deals. That dude gets a modified around any racetrack he unloads at. Winner?
None other than Mr. Bryson James.
Mr. Bryson James in the 13. Kid's the real deal, man.
You think?
He is the real deal. And I say that is because we've seen him win. Well, they transferred 4. We've seen that kid win in every type of race car there is to win in. Karts, street stocks, super sports, modifieds, late models, sprint cars. I mean, it doesn't matter what he gets into. He figures it out, and he wheels that car, and another one of those guys that gets every bit of performance out of his ride. He's been doing this since he was 5 years old. He's got a good feel of what's going on. He's one of those guys that gets in the car, it doesn't have to think. It's just, there's that instinct takes over. You know, I was talking to Bryson once, and he said, give me a few laps. Get me in the car and give me a few laps. Let me see what it's doing, and then it just becomes, automatic. You start feeling what it does. He's got that sixth sense about him when it comes to driving those race cars, and he is fun to watch.
When you drive that many different cars, you learn to adjust to them a lot quicker.
Which can either help a driver or seriously hurt a driver.
Right.
Because you either get really good in everything or you just kind of stay average in everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Am I right when I say that?
Mm-hmm.
I think I am. What are you looking at me like that for?
Because you're opinionated, and I'm just going to let you have that one because I already got to 2.3 in the car yesterday, so I was feeling pretty good about that. I'm going to leave you alone tonight.
You might want to explain your.
So here's one of our listeners that says Gray should have never been in the B. The track was not ready to be run on.
Oh, great.
And I don't know if that listener is talking about qualifying when they actually qualified the cars. I'm assuming that's probably where they're going. That
was in the.
I mean, I think that's why they're saying he ended up in the B, was that the track just wasn't ready to be raced on for qualifying.
When I watched, it wasn't too bad. I
Okay.
mostly just watched Kevin while he was racing, then we were back working on the car, getting things squared away since it was the first time out with it. But
So yeah, there's a the Swears Trucking chat line going nuts over here. So
Hey, first race of the season, you don't expect there to not be opinions out there?
we're going to get a lot of opinion over the course of the season. It's going to be an interesting year. A lot of stuff going on here in the Northwest. From the IMCA modifieds, Sam, we moved into the.
Well, the sprints are listed next.
Okay.
So we'll go with sprints. Fifth is kind of interesting because I met this young man yesterday, and I almost want to just go ahead and go down to Grove and slap a GoPro on his car. He's a hoot to hang out with. Kinzer Cox.
Yeah, he. We had a good time with Kinzer yesterday. There's no doubt about that.
I think Lindsey Barney was ready to knock him out with his wing comments there.
Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because between Kinzer and Lindsey, Kinzer, a diehard, put a wing on it. It's a sprint car. Take a wing off. He says it's not a sprint car. It's a wingless. That's what he looked right at Lindsey and said it.
Well, yeah, he wants her to put a wing on and go racing, and Lindsey said, "Well,
Listen, why
don't you take your wing off and we'll go racing?"
Well,
So,
I think they should go head up, two of them on the track, with and without, and find out who's got what. Because I'll tell you right now, he takes that wing off. Kinzer, I like you. You're a good kid. You're not going to win that race. You're not going to beat that girl without a wing.
especially as much grief as you gave her, she's motivated.
Yeah,
now.
she's motivated. You're waving blood in front of a shark right there. Pal.
She's still hanging on to that Bryson James at the checkered flag little. She wants to go against Bryson again.
She laid into Sam yesterday and let him have it about the video we posted when we mounted up on her car at Willamette. And her and Bryson had a fantastic heat race. I mean, it was side by side. It was racing. And out of the last turn coming to the stripe, Bryson led about the last 30 feet and got the heat race win. She sees Sam. He's like, "Hey, Lindsay, how are you?" She said, "Did you have to post that heat race?" It wasn't high, but she did it in good fun. Obviously, she's a class act, that kid. Watching her and Kinzer banter back and forth, that was funny.
Yeah, you should have been in the van with him. Oh, boy.
And Kinzer, I mean, if the guy decides to ever get out of a race car and take a second career, he should be a stand-up comedian. The dude is hilarious. I mean, I think he had everybody else laughing more than anybody else. He's a fun kid. That was a lot of fun. So he was fifth.
Fourth was Tanner Holmes.
Okay.
In the 18T.
Right.
Third went to the 85 car of Ricky Ashley.
Another talented driver making a name down there at Cottage Grove.
Looks like second was the 26F of Shane Forte.
Forte, sprint car driver, modified. Again, he'll drive anything you put in front of him and talk about a talent. I love watching that dude in a sprint car. I mean, he is fun to watch. We'll see his name a lot this summer. There is no doubt about that, especially if he spends some time down at Grove. Yeah. If he makes that his home track and decides to race there weekly. Who was our winner?
The guy that took the check?
Yeah.
Oh.
What's his name?
21 or the 12-0 of Orrin Redmond.
Orrin Redmond. I don't know that name. Orrin, I apologize. Where's he from? Anybody know?
It's Orion, isn't it?
Oh,
sorry.
Well,
Orion.
See? Oh.
Yeah, that's why I don't get on the mic. I just names. I don't remember.
You're doing fine. You're a rookie. You're fine.
You're a rookie.
Tell us about the modified main. I know you had to watch some of it.
Well, yeah, no, it was good. I think with like I said, there's kind of the ruts down 1 and 2, but I think if I remember right, Colin was leading when he got it up on its side,
mm-hmm.
and then came back down and he dropped back a few spots going through there. But
So from the modified main, we're talking about ruts because we're talking about the G60s. This is why I'm trying to tie this all together. Moving from there to the sprint cars.
Mm-hmm.
How did that play out?
I didn't see the sprint